How we doing tonight? Tonight we're going to be messing with the 69 Corvette with the engine swap. I've got the two cars built, and we'll go ahead and start with the regular motor vehicle at this point. We're going to take them to Watkins Glen, do 3 laps, see how they handle. I have not driven this car since the early days, and I know it was kind of a handful then, and now I've put the high rev supercharger on it, so it may be worse. I think this is another one where it's going to not really need the huge power. This car is running around 650 horsepower. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out, and I'm going to back out right now and shift the transmission on both of these. I'm trying to keep them both the same. I think this car is already overpowered for the transmission settings, so I know the other one will be. The other car is actually lighter with the engine swap, and way more horsepower. So let's put it around the 310 area. We will remind me to change the other one to 310. So. Plenty of power. It's able to kick the back end out with a strong enough blip. Oh God! And this is the factory motor on this thing right now. Good Lord, this might be too much already. I mean, I have it with the default settings on the suspension too. I'm trying to keep them default as much as possible after fully upgrading them. What I decided I'm going to do on some of these, especially with the cars that are way overpowered with the engine swap, is I'm going to do follow-ups on them and see if we can get them under control. Because I took the V8 Miata and took the supercharger off of it and just made it a naturally aspirated car, and it actually became a really great car to drive. So like it was a nightmare with the supercharger, and it was way overpowered. I mean, that was a 1,000 horsepower car right there. Making it naturally aspirated dropped it to about 650, but it's a Miata. Oh God. I also softened up the suspension on that car for situations like that where the back end comes out. I soften the rear end, stiffen the front, and that allows the car to grip a little bit better in the back. And it makes the transition a little bit more subtle, so you don't have that snap. So the back end would come out of the car, but it was very drivable, very savable. So on the stock variant right now, this car feels very long. Like when I'm going into turns, I mean, you're sitting at the back of a Corvette. It's just the way they are. They have a long nose, but I feel that, and I'm wondering how much I'm going to notice the weight difference, because it's down a couple 100 pounds while adding right around 400 horsepower. So I'm wondering if it's going to feel more agile. Try to keep this lap as clean as possible. That'll do. So the first 2 laps had spins, so they're not even good. 118, that's probably not the best representation that car could do, but we're doing 3 laps. That's good enough. We'll see pretty quickly whether or not we crush it, or if it's... I don't expect, honestly, I don't expect that we'll see a huge difference in the time, because I think this car is going to be so much more of a handful that we may see the time go down. And by down, I mean like a slower time, not a lower number. Okay, we need to adjust that transmission again on this car. All right. What we didn't do is check the power curve. Let's go do that, just to keep things consistent here. Let's go into here, take a look at the power curve. I mean, it's what you'd expect from a V8 supercharged. It's peaky towards the end, but very linear. 646 horsepower, so not bad. Plenty of power for that car. Plenty of power. Now we're taking it to 1,006 while dropping, I guess it's only 100 pounds. I thought it was 200, 130 pounds, something like that. So let's take a look at this car's power curve. Actually, a much flatter torque curve, but yeah, very linear still on the power all the way up to 1,000. So I'm kind of not looking forward to driving this thing. I mean, the stock engine was pretty much a handful at 600 something horsepower. Now we're bumping at 400 horse. I don't care about racing clean or anything. I'm just looking for open track. So it does feel like it turns in a little easier. Getting some of that weight off the nose is nice. All of this can be fixed with the suspension, and they both are dealing with that. The suspension on this car really needs to be stiffened up. But so far it's not as bad as I expected. It's black tracking the whole way there. Feel a little bit of waviness in the back end where it's just melting the tires. I'll tell you right away, the loss in weight actually seems to be fairly noticeable. More so than I expected. It almost makes the car feel more balanced and predictable, to where what I expected was the horsepower to be unmanageable, and it's maybe if you floor it, it is. This is another one that could probably do with removing the supercharger. But I haven't been able to plant the power at all. I mean, anytime I floor it, it's just roasting the tires. We're not even getting a clean lap this time. I'm trying to see if I can actually just run this car hard, and it just doesn't seem like it. It does not like it. I mean, I don't know if we've gone faster at all. I know the lap times are slower because I've spun it every single lap. This car might be good with a track with long straights because I can't really get it up to speed here on Watkins Glen. I mean, even at 140, I mean, the back end was coming out there. You hit the gas and it's just ready to go. So we didn't beat the factory engine on that. Let's go ahead and just do another quick couple laps and see if we can get it to come around. I just want to see if this will do what it needs to do. I feel like I can beat that 118 with this car. And that wasn't even a great lap. I mean, it was just... It was just the one that I didn't spin on the factory motor. 120. Yeah, this Vette, I'd say, without putting a lot of work into the suspension, they're both overpowered. So you take a car that's overpowered, pull some weight out of it, and then add, you know, probably 40% more power. More than that, 60%. There we go. All right, we beat our lap. Let's see if we can make this thing actually handle real quick. So we're stiffening the front up, keeping the back a little bit, you know, more towards the softness. And that's the hope that as the front grips and is more on the twitchy side, the back will be more forgiving. And that should allow us to kind of feel the back end coming around a little bit better. I think it's actually, on this car, it's actually forcing the back end around. That's not working very well at all. Yeah, we might have made things a whole lot worse right there. can't understand why a Viper is getting outpaced by a Challenger. Yeah, this car didn't need an engine swap. Although I think taking the supercharger off on this one again is the way to go. Same with the Miata. Whatever I gained in the loss of weight, I mean, I can't plant the power anyway, so. When you floor it, you're spinning the tires. When you floor it, you're just melting the tires off. It's not going in. And these are soft racing tires. I mean, I can add the width to them and all that, possibly get more grip, but. One 117 there. We did a 116 before I tweaked the setup in a way that I thought would help. It's at the point where if you pull horsepower out of it, if you pull some of the power, the car's going to do better. So it's a cool car. I don't think it needs to be supercharged. Most of the way I was driving it, I was trying to stay out of the boost anyway, so it just doesn't need it. But that one's probably going on the shelf. Anyway, have a good night.